From the roar of the crowd to the roar of the engines, this is Pit Pass.
Pit Pass is brought to you by Jake's Karts. Here's your host, Ron Fox.
Hello and welcome to what will be our last Pit Pass of the 2011 racing season. Because of the weather, it was another week of altered plans. Since Port Royal was rained out on Saturday, I made a trek to Hummingbird Speedway. However, my racing weekend started with a trip to Dog Hollow Speedway on Friday night. In the street stock feature, the 80 of Nick Goss would lead the field to the green. The black 27 of Tyler Height, 222 of Jeff Sweeney, and number 1 of Corey Neal would battle for second as they go through the first turns. Height pulls away, and Sweeney has a slight advantage on Neal as they head into turn 3. Sweeney tries to squeeze under Height, then Neal works the outside of Sweeney to move into third just before a caution flies. Goss, Height, Neal, and Sweeney would run single file after the restart, while the 59 of Mike Desch moves inside of Bob Ralston Jr. for the 7th spot. Ralston then has to contend with the 47 of Andy Klingensmith as they go through 1 and 2. The caution comes out again with 3 laps completed. Goss is able to get a good jump on Height on the restart. However, Height drives it hard into turn 1 and closes on the leader as they exit turn 2. Just as Height pulls along his outside, Goss clears Height going into 3. Through the turns, Height moves to the low groove, yet Goss is able to maintain the lead. A lap later, Desch gets by the 23 of Bill Phillips Jr. to move into 5th place. Through a couple of cautions and a few circuits completed, the top 5 remained the same with Goss leading over Height, Neal, Sweeney, and Desch. Ray Hickok in the 48 would attempt to break into the top 5. On a restart with 3 laps to go, Height again looks to pass Goss on the high side for the lead, while Desch works under Sweeney for the 4th spot. On the white flag lap, Height is able to stay within striking distance of Goss, but the caution flies as Neal comes to a stop on the front stretch. And Desch is charged with the caution, although under track rules, Neal gets his position back. On the restart, Neal is unable to get up to speed and loses several positions, while up front Goss is able to hold off challenges by Height. Desch slows to bring out another yellow and sets up a second green-white checkered finish. Just after they take the white flag, Height starts to lose ground to Goss and then begins to slow on the backstretch. Hickok moves up into 2nd place, but is too far behind to prevent Goss from picking up his 6th win of the season. Nick, congratulations on the win there. Height gave you a run for your money there.
Yeah, he's real tough, especially when the track dries out. He's probably my biggest competitor down here.
And on the first restarts, you got a pretty good jump on him, but in the later restarts, he was right with you and running on the outside. It seems like you closed off his lane for him.
Yeah, he was figuring out what I was doing, so I had to try and take his lane away. Wasn't sure if he was completely on the outside or under me. I could hear him, but I wasn't sure where he was at, so I was just kind of guessing, trying to take every lane up.
We have about 2 or 3 weeks left here at Dog Hollow. Have any plans after the season? Run any specials?
We might hit Lernerville, maybe Sharon or something. I don't know what's coming up yet, but we usually hit Lernerville.
Nick, you've been a front runner here for many years. What's the secret of your success?
Lots of working that car every night, as much as it takes. So no breaks is on the track's key.
In the street stocks, it was win number 6 for Nick Goss. Ray Hickok came in 2nd, Jeff Sweeney finished 3rd, Tyler Height fell back to 4th, barely beating Andy Klingensmith to the line. In the 25-lap super late model race, the front row consisted of Denny Fenton in the 55 and outside pole sitter Rick Davis in the 44. Davis works the outside of Fenton, exiting turn 2, and moves into the top spot. 1 lap in, we have a restart. Davis chooses the outside on the restart and again works the high side of 2 to get by Fenton. The yellow 15 of Steve Everhart powers off of turn 2 and moves to the inside as they head down the backstretch. Entering 3 and 4, Everhart hugs the bottom and is able to move past Fenton and into the runner-up spot. With 3 laps in the books, we have the blue 92 of Jeff Ryan now in 2nd place, and Everhart making good use of the bottom to pull even with Ryan at the line. Suddenly, Everhart loses a drive shaft and coast to a stop in 1 and 2, but the caution was already flying due to this multi-car accident. On the restart, it is Davis and Ryan followed by the 28 of Clay Copeman, who is now third. Dwayne Tannehill is fourth in the 81 machine, while the 20 of Sean Clore works the 2 of Sammy Stahl for fifth. We have another restart, and this time Ryan works underneath Davis in 1 and 2. There is contact on the exit, and Ryan has the lead as Copeman closes on Davis. Copeman and Davis had a spirited battle for second place for a few laps before Copeman eventually got the position. Ryan had a comfortable lead, but lost power with 8 laps to go, ending his night. This moved Copeman up to first. Down the stretch, Davis was able to keep Stahl at bay for the second position. Copeman held on to collect his second checkered flag of the season. He was followed across the line by Rick Davis, Sammy Stahl, Dwayne Tannehill, and Mike Bloss, who happened to win the following night at Marion Center. We will have more highlights from Friday night's racing action at Dog Hollow later in the show. Up next, some feature events from Hummingbird Speedway, along with a little controversy. All of that and more when Pit Pass returns.
When you think golf carts, think Jake's Custom Golf Carts. With over 300 stock and lifted carts at their shop, you'll find the cart you need or have Jake's build one to your specs. Custom airbrushing, lift kits, sport shifters, rear seats. You name it, with the expertise and craftsmanship people have come to expect from Jake's. Come see for yourself why Jake's is the nation's premier golf cart provider. Jake's Golf Carts, Route 522 McVeigh Town. Online at jakesgolfcarts.com.